Hey everybody, welcome. It is Monday, May 2nd, 2022. Hope you had a lovely May Day this weekend. I cannot believe we're almost halfway through the year of 2022. I know I'm a little early, but June's coming up and May's already here and it's been so fast. I want to thank you for joining me today. I am Mona with Journey.Of.Purpose Life Coaching, and I am a certified solution-focused professional life coach. We've been working on the 21 ways to spring clean our life, and this is going to be the last week for that. We've been working on this for a few weeks now, different topics, and I hope you found something interesting and it's helped you along the way, and maybe you've learned some things that you've invited in or included or maybe shared with other people. Hey Christy, thanks for joining me. So today we're going to look at spring cleaning all your spaces. And I may be wrong, but I think in general, most people, when I started talking about spring cleaning back at the end of March, 1st of April, we always assume it's our house that we're going to spring clean, which is where we usually start with. But today we're going to look at other areas besides your house that you may spend time at that could enjoy or maybe need a little sprucing up, spring cleaning during this time of the year. The two other areas we're going to look at is outside the house, your car, and your workspace. And before I start this, I just want to share, I had an idea when I was looking at this and considering all these other places that many of us volunteer in a lot of places, maybe nonprofits, maybe not nonprofits, but I don't think now it would ever hurt to offer to spring clean maybe those places that you volunteer. And it may mean different things to different people and different organizations, but especially nonprofits, I know they would appreciate it so much if someone would come in and help them do some spring cleaning. So maybe it's not something you're going to get done like we talked about in the springtime, but put it on your heart and think about it. Is there somewhere you would want to volunteer that you spend time and bring spring cleaning to them? Now, besides our house, it can be very detailed, spring cleaning. They talk about the outside, and there are quite a bit of things, especially if you have your own home and land or property around it where you're not necessarily in an apartment per se, and maybe you only rent, not only rent, but maybe it's a rental that you're doing. You might not own it, but still be responsible for what goes on the property. So some of the suggestions that I found interesting that they recommended were, rain gutters, fences, washing the windows, preparing them, exterior walls, outdoor entertainment centers. I love that. If you have a fire pit or a party place or patio, those places need sprucing up and spring cleaning. Garden beds. My mom always had tons of flower beds in her property, and we growing up lived on about a quarter of an acre in a neighborhood, but she just had flowers all over, and she did keep up pretty well on her flower beds. And then there's structures. What's the garage look like? Walkways. The lawn. And my favorite that I added was she shed, man cave. Sometimes these days they're not always inside the house. And so if you have those, make sure you give them some little TLC during spring cleaning. Now, work probably might not be as complicated, your desk, wiping down all your technical or techie things if you have a lot in your office. But the one thing that I thought was interesting is if you are one who files and scans a lot, and that's how you keep all your documents, this is a good time of the year to keep up on that. Catch up, make sure all paper's in the place where it goes, and then scan everything that needs to be scanned. When we talk about the car, now some of these might sound tedious or not that important, but it's all good to keep up the maintenance of your car. So just some ideas to think about. Check under the whole car. Under the hood, make sure your mirrors are good. Clean the seats, and if they're fabric especially. Wax the outside. Check under the seats. Vacuum. Clean out the trunk. Make sure the headlights, tail lights, all are working. Look under your mats. The wheels even wax. Now, I'm not saying you should do this only once a year, but make it a habit to do that extensive maintenance, or not even maintenance, the spring cleaning on your vehicle. And if this totally is not you at all, you just can't bear the thought, there are so many auto detailers out there, and I'm even seeing more and more in my area where they're mobile. They will come to you, to your house, and be as detailed or not detailed as you want in detailing. They'll do under the hood, under the car, the inside. So I thought I would just throw that out for you, because some of this may just not be you. And once again, the same thing goes with the house. Not that you should, only clean it really good once a year, but get in the habit of really doing deep cleaning once a year with spring cleaning. And then it helps you keep up on things and going through things and donating, selling, getting rid of things that maybe you don't need. But once a year, at least doing really detailed. And there are some awesome cleaning services, whether it's private people or companies, that will come out and do these chores for you also. Once again, we all have our little goals and things we like, or what makes us who we are, or how we like to maintain things. So when I throw these suggestions out, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to make you tick, but I wanted to inspire you or make you start thinking of how you would integrate this into your life. So I'm curious, what do you think is your biggest positive gift to yourself when it comes to spring cleaning? What's something that you do that makes you feel good and accomplished in your spring cleaning routine? Share that in the box below. And I just want to thank you for joining me again. We'll be back on Wednesday. Enjoy the journey, be empowered, live on purpose. Thank you. Bye-bye.